Hi, this is Flavia, also known as Aga Czarnecka, and this is Energy Forecast for the week of June 3rd. Hello, how are you? I hope you are fine, everything goes well, and in the very beginning, I'd like to tell you that this week is going to be really very packed. It's so much going on, and I really couldn't make selection because all the aspects, all the dances which are happening on the sky are quite important and influential. So it's quite a lot. So I think it would be good idea to go to bed early today on Sunday and have a good long sleep before Monday, because the beginning of a week is wild. But let's try to unpack it. On Monday, very, very early, actually, it is going to be still at night in Poland, in mountain time in New Mexico, US, is going to be 6 o'clock afternoon. So guys, that is incredible possibility for you to use this energy. The energy is really cool because that is a trine of Jupiter in Gemini and retrograding Pluto in Aquarius. And if you follow this channel, or if you've seen the other parts that I record, the other lives, you should already know that I really pay a lot of attention on talking about Pluto in Aquarius, because Pluto in Aquarius represents the huge change, a lot of changes, great changes which are going to happen. And I always remind you guys that we are in a very, very significant time right now, because we are in the middle of a shift between third density into fourth density of the energy, which means that our frequency is going to change and everything is going to change as well. Our ecosystem is going to become lighter, and we are going to experience something absolutely amazing in the end of this journey. Well, the journey never ends, but we are going to probably naturally feel connection with the consciousness, which we don't experience that in a third density. We are in a process. It started 2012, and it is going to, this year is really huge acceleration. And hopefully in this lifetime, I'm going to naturally feel on a daily basis, not when I go to, meditation and I go into deep states, but normally I'm going to experience this bliss of harmony, this absolutely amazing unconditional love. It is not even, we don't really have word here on earth to describe it, but just the idea that we might feel that in the background of our daily life is just beautiful. So yes, and I'm talking about this because trine of Jupiter in Gemini and with retrograding Pluto in Aquarius, it's this kind of an aspect which is going to, I think it is going somehow to make it easy for us to see what's going on, why we do so, why there are so many changes. We might have this kind of an easiness of feeling this amazing transformational power energy which is coming, which is like working in the background, and we are going to somehow see the point of it, and actually not by intellect, but we are going to somehow sense it. But intellect is an amazing tool, and it always is the first gate to open, to bring the meaning, so we can collect the informations and then just let go and sense whatever is on our path. So this trine is going to be really very, very, very cool. Well, in Poland it's in the middle of the night, but I hope still in the morning on Monday I'm going to somehow sense it and enjoy that. That is something really cool. And just Pluto in Aquarius is bringing amazing changes. Right now it's retrograding. It's kind of doing kind of a review before it is going to hit again in autumn. The Aquarius sign is going to spend also a little bit time in Capricorn just before it, but it's this kind of a dance on the edge between Capricorn and Aquarius sign, which is part of a process. So enjoy the trine. It's going to be awesome. And what is super cool that just 3 hours later, which means that in Poland it is before 6 o'clock. So some of us might be already, on their feet. And in New Mexico, it is going to be 10 o'clock p.m. There's going to be I don't know. I think for me, it feels like it might be interesting conversation, interesting insights. It's kind of a easiness again in understanding how all those energies work, like really sense them and understand them, because we have sextile of a Mercury in Taurus and Neptune in Pisces. So the energy, we will somehow be able to put together in kind of a practical structure how we can understand those really flowing energy of Pisces and Neptune. So it is going to make our intuition stronger, and it is going to make our communication, like it will be kind of easier to talk about it. Maybe we might have possibility to learn something, maybe we'll discover something. It's sextile, so it's dynamic, it's like a kick. It's something might happen, something might occur. So just in a very morning in Poland, and in evening in still on Sunday in New Mexico. Just be open for this, be sensitive, look around, look what's going on around you. And then in the morning in Poland, like the beginning in the of the offices hour, we have Mercury, which is which is crossing the Gemini cusp. So the way of our communication, the way of our understanding things, the way of our learning, the way of our, I don't know, style of managing is going to be so much different since Monday. Mercury is changing the sign from the Taurus to Gemini, and it's going to be, quicker, faster. It's going to be more. We are going to be more curious. We're gonna take a pleasure of exchanging informations, And Mercury in Gemini is super, super strong. So this season is fantastic, to learn something, open the project, new project, hang around with like-minded people like you, and just figure out some kind of a new thing you could do together in kind of like collective group. It is really cool season. It is the season about exchange, about energy, like very light and flexible energy flow. It's a joy of gaining the informations, of learning and meeting new people. So I think it's super awesome. It starts Monday, tomorrow in the morning in Poland. It's going to be in the night in New Mexico. I keep repeating about New Mexico because lots of my friends, I'm saying hello from this place, are living there. So I know they are going to watch it. So I just would like to, in a way, of course, I cannot, mention every time zone, but at least Poland is so far away, almost on the opposite globe than the US, especially New Mexico. So it somehow gives you the scale, So you can always go to my Patreon site and see the details, what exactly time it is happening. Anyway, so that was just Monday, and now Tuesday. The Tuesday is really, really, really very dynamic. I mean, I have to tell you now about 5 aspects, but you know what? Let's focus about one thing, because we have some okay, right now we have this north node and south node line, which shows our path of our evolution, the soul's paths in a birth horoscope. Usually it shows, it generally represents the direction for us, how we evolve right now. And south node is now in Libra, and north node is in Aries. So generally that is the situation of, you know, living kind of, I would say, polite, harmonious, you know, like pleasing everyone energy, into the energy which is very pioneering, very new beginning, very brave and very curious and very open and very dynamic, very male energy, by the way. So generally it is the placement is like that for some time, and it is going to last for some time as well. But I would like to tell you that we have right now some Sun and Venus going quite close to each other, and they are getting closer, closer, closer together through the Gemini sign, until they are going to meet and make Kazimi, which is going to happen in the end of a Tuesday. I will come to this in the end, but you know, both of them, they are going and they are like getting closer and closer. And at the same time, each of them is making sextile to the north node and trine to the south node. What does it mean? It means that the way we express, the way we want to, you know, we want to, our vital energy, it's going to be very, very much influenced by the need of, you know, going into something new, you know, like finding out like new territory, like very open for new beginnings, very, you know, very brave, you know, very like a fire starter, you know. So Sun at the same time, the trine keeps us, the trine with the south node, which is still in Libra, in this combination keeps us in a way, keeps the manners, I would say. Like we don't go like crazy for those things, but we, in a way, we've learned our lessons from the past, and since we know how to, you know, compromise with others, we don't do it like a crazy, you know, we are not crazy pioneers who are reaching into the new territory like blind. But we are just, you know, we are actually, we are very capable of doing new things, new projects, but at the same time, without this, you know, without this kind of like too much of male energy, you know, without dominating too much. And what does it mean if it's if the sun is a vital source energy, but the Venus, the planet of a beauty, of love, of pleasure, and of money, if it makes sextile with a north node in Aries, I would say new relationships, new things, new exchange. If you're single, you might find, you might meet someone, literally. If you're in a relationship, you're gonna have this amazing energy which is going to take you into the new level of your relationship. So it's great, it's awesome, and it's not going, and it's taking you there without, you know, destroying, like with this well learned lesson of compromises, and it is not about pleasing people, like I said before, because it's a trine, so it is going to happen itself in a way, you're going to, that is very good combination, I believe. So pay attention please on Tuesday. A lot of interesting things might happen. They're actually happening in Poland in the morning, and it's going to be a night in US. But I'm sure you're going to feel that energy when you wake up. It's always takes a while. It's never like usually the dates I'm giving you, these are exact. So this is like the peak of this aspect. And the energy is working with us sometimes for few days even before, depending on what kind of an aspect is that. So yeah, so we have Sun and Venus. Mm, and what is very, very cool about Tuesday is that we also have this Mercury in Gemini in trine with retrograding Pluto with Aquarius again. But look, this combination might bring really fantastic insights and really can bring understanding, and it will be very supportive for our transformational way of thinking. So if we have this vital source, vital energy of Sun, uh, and beautiful, Venus, who wants to exchange, Venus always wants to exchange. Venus wants to receive and give back, So if this is happening in the aspects with North Node and South Node, Aries and Libra, and then we have this Mercury in Gemini, which bring us this fantastic ability to use our way of our thinking to transform whatever is happening in our life. I think it's very good combination, and I would really go for it. I would be really very open. I would be really very like drinking this energy and observing myself, what is happening around me, who is appearing on my path, and what is coming in the front of me, because it can be really very very cool. And then we also have, no, it's not, it's not the end. Now, just few hours later, like in the noon of in Poland in Tuesday, we have conjunction of Mercury and Jupiter in Gemini. So Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of abundance, of good luck, it's like the sweetest planet on Earth, I believe, on Earth, on the sky, is just hugging Mercury in a sign which is about about exchanging of information, flexibility, meeting other people, meeting new people. So it is like, if you have, for instance, anything to do in this week which is about maybe public speaking, maybe you would like to present the project, or maybe there is a peak you would like to present to your potential, I don't know, partners, I would gently suggest that Tuesday is really, really cool day to to use this energy. If it's possible for you to really like maybe make like deep review of what you already prepared. You don't have to maybe move dates, like, but if you have any possibility to move stuff and to go through it, to talk about your projects, to talk about your like maybe there is something you've been working for some time, Tuesday would be awesome to present it. I'm just saying, like, of course this is your choice. And then in the afternoon at 5:33, we like 33 number, don't we? Is Kazimi Venus. So, whenever any planet is making Kazimi with the sun, which means it's just exactly in the very, very center of the sun, very, very close conjunction, like a 0 degrees conjunction, it amplifies the power of this planet. And we have Venus in Gemini. So we have lovely female energy which wants to receive, who wants to exchange, who wants to meet new people, who wants to go out for the parties. She's funny, she has amazing sense of humor, it's a pleasure to be with her. So that kind of energy is going to affect all of us, especially our relationships. So yeah, I don't know how about you, but I really so far love this week very much. Okay, then on Thursday we have new moon. New moon is important. It's a moment when we can seed something important for us. This is going to happen in I'm sorry, in Gemini, and there is conjunction, quite very close conjunction with a Venus. Venus is engaged very much in this align. So it's really fantastic time for emotional retrospection, emotional exchange, talking, like whatever there is anything you would like to talk about in your relationship, or is there anything you would like to change in your relationship? I don't know, like that this new moon on Thursday is fantastic day to set the intentions for this, to create an image how you'd like to talk about emotions in your relationship you are engaged with. How would you like to talk? How would you like to feel? How would you like to, on which level you would like to get this consensus, So that is whatever we are going to create, or whatever we are going to whatever we would like to see it in our emotional life, it is going to be very, very powerful. So also, it's just, it is happening in the daytime. So maybe as a, break between, on the lunchtime break after lunch, you can find 15 minutes, sit in a quiet place and really go through the very, very short, relaxing meditation and ask yourself a questions about how I want my relationships to be like in communication, in a terms of communication, how it used to be up to now and how I'd like it to be. That's a very, very good day for this. And it's also fantastic opportunity to set the spell for expansion of our any relationship we have about, so yeah, so it also signifies the growth in our intellectual world, and it's going to be very nurturing for our intellectual needs. So be present on Tuesday, on Thursday. Now Saturday, okay, last Saturday, which was just yesterday, it was a challenge. I don't know how about you, but it was a challenge. The Black Lilith, in a trine with Mercury, it was a challenge. I wonder how you felt. I would love you to leave me some comments below. But this Saturday, which is going to be on 8th of June, it is also, like, be gentle for yourself, I would say, because we have this square of Venus in Gemini and Saturn in Pisces. So it looks like that we are going to have our emotions and our borders will be something related to our borders in our relationships, our emotional borders, are going to be blocked. We won't be able to express our feelings verbally, and I don't know, by writing. It will be very difficult. And square usually is an aspect which is, the hard one. But that is also the aspect which, is very, in a way, useful, because every square is teaching us how to liquefy conflict energies. And it's very, very important to surrender to this process. That is, look what is going to happen around you. Remember that the conflict is always about accepting both sides. You cannot win conflict by choosing one of the sides. It is polarization. That would be polarization. And conflict energies are energies which actually are learning from each other if we allow them to work. If you are not taking action, if you are not doing something, proving something, driven by our ego system. If we allow those energies which are in a conflict that day, Saturday, the way we express feelings, the way we want to talk about how we want to exchange, how we want to talk in our relationships, will be so blocked, and our emotional borders will be overcrossed in a way, or it will be very strict. I don't know. It will be conflict, between, the how we want to speak about our love, pleasure, and money, and what are our emotional borders. So just just let it happen. It is going to bring you very interesting events, and just be a witness. I always encourage you to be focused on self-observance. That's really the best thing which you can do in a conflict. If there is anything that you need to underlie, of course you do. Like, if you feel like you have to, you do. But remember that it's never about taking a choice one of the sides. It has to be, you need to create this space for both of them. You need to build the bridge between them. Okay, so Saturday might be a little bit challenging, so make some space for it maybe. And then we have Sunday, and this is the end of a week, and a lot of things again is happening. I will only say that Mars is moving to the new sign. Mars is leaving the Aries, and which was his sign. So he was, the way we act, the way we do things, the way we achieve things. That was it. We could feel this kind of a pressure, like a pressure to do things, to change something. We could be we were quite assertive in this season. Now we are moving to the Taurus, so everything will slow down and everything will be very practical. So we won't start a thing without checking if it's practical enough, if it makes sense. We are not in a hurry anymore. We slow down because we take a pleasure of the things we do. And we pick up the things we are going to pick up to do, the actions we are going to take will be probably around things which are bringing us pleasure. So money, pleasant side of his life, whatever, like our comfort, which is, devoted to our comfort zone, so yeah, so it's going to be, it's good. I think it's good. It was really active time for me. I don't know how about you, but for me, this season of a Mars in Aries was really strong one. And well, I have to also tell you that there's another square. This time it is a Sun in Gemini, and again Saturn in Pisces, and that is a square. So we might feel it's quite often to feel that we are really tired when we have squares of we feel tired, we feel fatigued on a physical level, when the sun is in a square with Saturn. uh, so again, our vital force will be blocked by the our emotional construct that we carry, or how we manage our emotions. That is actually cool, because we are going to learn what we need to do, what kind of a emotional or spiritual construct we need to create in order to be able to communicate with our vital uh, force, with our identity. So it's important. We're gonna, that's good that Mars is in Taurus. So everyone will be a little bit like in a gel. But the square might be challenging. It is going to be exactly around the noon. It's 12:35 in Warsaw. It's 4 in the morning, 4:30 in 35 in Mountain Standard Time. So create some space again. Like, I think that's the best thing which we can do. Just create some space. Don't put too much this day. This day is already, packed with the energy. So be gentle for yourself. It's a Sunday. It's a day for, um to get rest, to make a pause, to read, I don't know, to meet friends, to have a lunch together, do stupid things. Do nothing on Sunday. Be lazy. So yeah, the space will, you'll need the space. So, and the last thing is the sextile between Mercury in Taurus and north node in Aries and south node in Libra. And we are going to, in a way, it will be interesting, because it is going to impact the way we are taking decisions, and the way how we communicate. So I'm sorry, I think I made mistakes. I said Mercury in Taurus. It is Mercury in Gemini, of course, right? And of course, on Monday it happened. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we will have this amazing capability to collect informations in order to take right decisions, which will be serving us, our goals, our future, very close future. And also it will be harmonized with the south node in Libra. So actually it shows, like, even if it's going to be a little bit tough because of the square between Sun and Saturn, it is slow day. Let's take it slow. And if you will have a need to do something, it will be good to sit down with your notebook and just go through some kind of a maybe browse internet and find out something you would like to learn soon, or you would like to create a new project, or you would like to maybe discuss with your friends. Just collect it and see how those informations might might serve you in pursuing your personal goals, for your expansion, for your, I don't know, like a new stage of your life which is waiting for you. So okay, guys, that would be this. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. I know. You're very welcome to go to my profile on Patronite and read. There's, each day I dropped the post about upcoming energies of the next day, and it's a little bit more, in order, not so freestyling like I do it here, but you can always read it. There is also always for you the question which helps you to work with yourself, like go through some maybe processes. For me, the most important in all those astrology forecasts is to to awake you to more feel those energies, to pay attention on the things which are not so obvious, you know, like we are here in this, on this physical plane, in this, you know, tiny box closed with all in those bodies, while the truth about us that we are endless, we are so much more than we are doing right now in this life. But it's also beautiful school for us, right? This is how we process, um, you know, all experiences. And also, I for also what is important for me to encourage you to never escape for any emotions. I think in a way, I believe so, that if you understand what is going on the sky and what kind of energies are around you, in a way it is easier to process, you know, any emotion which are going to appear, which are appearing. So please remember, never escape from emotions, even those hardest ones. They are here for purpose. Your part is perfectly designed. You're complete, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now, which is listening to this video with to me while I'm broadcasting. Joking. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you all my patrons who are supporting me on the Patreon, and see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.